Hello Drive Radio fans, Richard Rush here today with my dad John Rush behind the camera. Today we're going to take a look at the 2017 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. This is the Hard Rock edition, or just have the Hard Rock package, which we'll get into in just a second. What's new for 2017? Well, as most of you Jeep fans know, not a whole lot. They've pretty much stuck with the same design for the past however many years. They have added optional LED fog lights and headlights, which is great. They've also got another thing, and I actually want to pop that out and let you guys know. They also have a cold weather package that gives you remote start, heated seats, and all-weather format. So with that being said, Dad, why don't we just give them a quick walk around. Again, this is the Hard Rock package. There's a lot of other trim levels that you can choose from, just an option. This Hard Rock package, just for you that are curious, $4,800. What is it going to give you? Well, it's going to be, obviously has the Rubicon, but part of what you're going to get is that nice domed hood there. It looks really fantastic. 17-inch black wheels, which you'll see in just a second. And you can also see, we'll show you a little bit clearly here in just a second, it does have the three-piece hard top. We'll talk about that as well. We mentioned the power dome hood, the ready steel bump, or the winch ready steel bumpers, I should say, the red tow hooks, upgraded rock rails, black leather upholstery, heated seats, the Alpine sound system, and special badging. I could sit here and probably for the next hour tell you everything that this vehicle has on it, but I won't. I'm just going to let you know that there's a lot of different things. A lot of Easter eggs, as we call it, the Jeep has put on here that you'll see. You've got the Jeep logo, kind of a throwback to their heritage, to what some of those original Jeeps look like. A few other options on this vehicle: the 5-speed transmission, the added 4.1 axle ratio, which include, well, part of that 5-speed transmission gives you the hill descent control. The Freedom top, which is the hard black top, it also deletes the soft top, gives you the panel storage bag, rear window defroster, and rear window wiper. So it was fairly easy. We'll show you on the inside how it was to take it off. We don't have the third piece taken off, but you could do that fairly easily. You also have the radio system, which is $1,195, destination charge of $995. Total price tag of this vehicle as it sits, $43,325. With that being said, let's open the back. And we're actually going to start with the seat up back here, okay? So you can see you've got right here, you've got the all-weather speaker, and I believe, Dad, if I'm not mistaken, you lift this up right here, and it shows you, this is standard in all Jeeps, so you can get this wet. It's not going to mess up the speaker system or anything like that. Real quick, Dad, why don't we put down, tighten that. Let's put this seat down, show everyone that you can actually get, hold it down right there. So you can get 4 passengers in here. This back seat's really, really tight, something that's a little bit difficult to get back in terms of 4 full-size adults. There is, I want to make sure I get this part correct, there is 12.8 cubic feet of cargo room right here. Once you put this second row seating down, that gives you 55.8, which is more than enough. Actually had to stop by and pick up a nightstand, fit easily inside of here. On the Unlimited, so the 4-door Rubicon, you're going to get 31.5 cubic feet behind this last row, 70.6 with it folded down, so quite a bit more. Also, as with any Jeeps, you can actually close this, drive down the road with this open, gives you a more airy feel if you so saw fit. Just, again, the part of what makes a Jeep is its extra features, and being able to pull off the hard top and drive anywhere. You can get the soft top. There are reviewers out there that will say the soft top is a little bit difficult to handle. We've been dealing with Jeeps for, I don't know, Dad, you've been dealing with Jeeps for 25, 30 plus years, and there's all sorts of different aftermarket accessories that you can get for these vehicles, so you don't have to stay stock. With that being said, we'll actually close this before we do anything else. Dad, why don't we show them the passenger seat? We'll kind of show them the soft top and the hard top and how everything works. Again, obviously, you can take the doors off, just like any other Jeep that you would like to. In order to get into the back seat, here, real quick, Dad, we'll show them this. Sorry, I apologize, I have a jacket. And this is the cover for the hard top. We'll set that back there. I'm not going to get in the back just because, honestly, most full-size adults aren't going to be able to fit back there, but you can see it does have a capable, again, a seat. You could put a car seat back there if you saw fit. It's going to be tight, That's why a lot of people do opt for that 4-door, the unlimited styling, which is a really, really nice feature. I guess in terms of this, let's put this back. Why don't we just go right into the kind of this interior version, Dad? We'll show that. The Jeep hasn't changed a whole lot on this vehicle on the inside. Same vent styling, the same stitching. You can see the nice Rubicon badging on the back of the seats there. That is the nav system, again, since I believe it's 1941, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of homage to the heritage, and that is what makes a Jeep a Jeep. You have a lot of Jeep guys out there. They know everything they can about them. They put anything and everything on them. There's Jeep clubs around the area, which is really fantastic. Again, the inside, I feel like, Dad, this was the same. We had a 2010, I believe it was, right, or 2009. It's honestly, and this isn't a bad thing, but it's honestly, they've remained relatively unchanged from that point on. They haven't added a whole lot. One thing you are going to find, the technology is not quite up to what other manufacturers are doing. That system, again, is pretty much the same system that they've had in there for, I want to say, probably the past 5-10 years. Is that a bad thing? We think, well, let's say this. FCA, in your Dodge thing, you probably need to put, sorry, not in your Dodge, but, well, in your Ram, your Dodge, you put the Uconnect system. I don't know why you can't put that same system in the Jeep. Makes it a little bit simpler, a little bit easier to operate. When I'm connecting Bluetooth and I still have to push the button and wait for the voice prompts, it's a little bit outdated in our opinion. So something that we would really like to see changed is a little bit technology features. But if you don't care, and that's not something that you're a big fan of anyways, this may be the vehicle for you. So with that being said, why don't we actually get out, we'll talk about this vehicle, talk about the driving, and then we'll give you our opinion of the 2017 Jeep Rubicon Hard Rock. All right, fans, so we're taking a quick drive, 2017 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. This is not the Unlimited, this is the 2-door. As you can see, we've got the T portion of the 3-piece hardtop off, windows down, a beautiful 80-degree day here in Colorado in mid-March, which normally we usually either get 20-inch blizzards or we get massive, I guess, nice heat waves, you could say, here. So absolute beautiful day. Let's talk about the vehicle. It's got the 3.6-liter V6 underneath the hood. Haven't changed a whole lot in terms of engine, and it still runs really well. The 2-door runs a whole lot better than the 4-door does, in our opinion. There's just a lot less weight. Back when we still had our 4-wheel drive repair shops, used to put quite a few heavy conversions, which a lot of people tend to do, and I apologize for the wind. Definitely an option that you can do, and that people are able to do. You're going to have to be the judge. If you're just doing 4-wheeling, you're not really worried about highway speeds, getting up and going, that sort of thing. I don't think you necessarily need it. Just something that's an option. Navigation system is touchscreen. We talked about that before. No rear view camera. Not sure how Jeep is going to fix that, however, for the 2018, when that is becoming, I believe, federally mandated, if I'm not mistaken. So some of you out there probably know a little bit better than us. It does have these, I believe, the 9-speaker Alpine sound system in it, which is really nice and handy. Great storage up here, vents, window controls. Obviously, if you have the 4-door Rubicon, the Unlimited, the added for the back is right down here for those controls. No dual climate controls. You do have heated seats in this. Again, it's part of that Hard Rock package option, which is really nice. There is a power plug in the back if you wanted to plug in any sort of aftermarket accessory. You can do that. The hill descent control. Here's your 4-wheel drive control to go to 4 high, 4 low, I believe. There's the sway bar lock as well as the axle lock. Part of the Rubicon, and I'm not going to get into all the specifications, part of the benefit that the Rubicon has is, again, you can do the locking rear differential, and Dad, correct me if I'm wrong on any of these, a lot more advanced off-roading features than some of the other Jeep, I guess, kind of the Wrangler type packages.
Yeah, the standard Wrangler gives you a Dana 30 front and 35 rear. The Rubicon will give you the 44 front, 44 rear, heavier duty axles. They are locking, electronic locking, so they're a solid, true 4-wheel drive when they're locked in. So you actually get all 4 wheels with power to them, rather than typically on a 4-wheel drive you would have a 2-wheel drive. You know, 1 axle in the rear, or I should say 1 wheel in the rear, 1 wheel in the front. This particular vehicle allows you to lock both the rear and the front. depending upon how you want to actually do that. Now, I will also say this: you've got to lock the rear end first before they allow you to lock the front. And of course, this vehicle has the full 4-low capability, which within this one gives you the 4-to-1 low range, which is really a low crawl ratio when you get down into the low range. So the Rubicon, again, top of the line. If you want to go off-roading, you can take this vehicle pretty much anywhere you want, even without doing a lift kit and other things to it. That's been proven over and over again from the engineers at Jeep.
Absolutely, and something I think that we can both agree on with this is it's very hard to beat a Jeep, again, Wrangler Rubicon stock from the factory. You don't really have to do much to it. It comes with some nice, I believe it's got some BFGs on here. Really awesome tires, awesome suspension system. It's just going to work fantastic. Last thing I'll say is this: fuel economy. I've been anywhere from 15 to 20 with this vehicle. I want to make sure I get this right. It is rated for 17 and 21, so right there in that range. One other thing I will say with this vehicle, there's a lot of different trim package. There's the Willys Wrangler, there's the Hard Rock Edition, there's the Sahara, there's the Sport. The base price for a Wrangler Rubicon, I believe, is $33,000. So you can get into a fully capable off-road vehicle that can go pretty much anywhere, especially here in Colorado, can do anything that a lot of other vehicles require aftermarket accessories to do for just over $30,000. So it's really fantastic. I can believe even the Sports will actually come in under 30 if I'm not mistaken. So some really great vehicles. Honestly, if you're interested in this, if you want to go off-roading, have some fun with your family, tool around with some friends, join a Jeep club, you can do that. All of the functionality that Jeep gives you here in the Wrangler. It's one of our personal favorites. We've owned several of these over the years, and they're absolutely fantastic. So if you want to learn more about this vehicle, head to your local Jeep dealer, get in it, test drive it, see if your family will fit in it, if your friends enjoy it, yourself most importantly. And when you do that, tell them that John and Richard Rush from Drive Radio sent you.